sisters in fiber, coming to you from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, in the same location this week. We are just a-rolling. It is Sunday, October the 21st, and the only reason I know the date is because once we're done this and have had a dinner, we're going to go to the Nightmare Before Christmas sing-along at the Park Theatre. That's right, completely sober. I'm going to go sing along to my favorite Tim Burton movie in a room full of other adults who are probably also not going to be sober.
I'm really excited.
They're doing a Coats for Kids Christmas drive, and I forgot to pull cash.
Aw.
I'm just rolling in good ideas this week,
Hey, you know
people.
what? I found $20 at the bar last night. Let's donate that.
Done. Decision made. Thank you, random drawing person who dropped you $20. It's going to go for Coats for Kids, which is a super, super good organization. Isabella didn't outgrow her coat this year, my niece. We usually donate her coats because she outgrows them before she's put any wear on.
It happens.
We may have finally slowed down. It is a beautiful, beautiful thought, folks. Beautiful thought. Alright, I'm sorry, I'm already making you add notes.
Yeah, gotta write down Coats for Kids, so I remember to link it.
My name is Jocelyn, my co-host.
I'm Diana.
And theoretically, we're a knitting podcast, and we will eventually get there. You can find all of the show notes lovingly created by Diana week to week at the Northern Knits Podcast webpage, which is www.northernknitspodcast.com. We have everything linked on the YouTubes and the Instagrams and the Facebooks, and my co-host is a tech person. We're covered, guys. We got it.
I do tech things.
And eventually, if I ever update my project pattern pages, those will also be up to date. It's not happened.
I'm in the same boat. Running. I have like 20 fantastic pictures of me wearing the Rivers wrap, a couple of which have gone up on Instagram.
Yeah, I know.
Have I updated my project page yet? No.
No. She takes a great photo, so does her husband. They've got an amazing camera that we use to record on, and I'm constantly pilfering from their Facebook feeds to post on the Instagram feed because I do the Instagram posts.
Yeah.
Doesn't make much sense, but it's the way it works. I'm so excited. Alright, Diana, do you want to let everybody know what we're going to cover today? People are probably tired of hearing my voice.
Sure. Today we are covering What's in Our Cup, Cool Threads, Woolly Workings, Fiber Flubs, Yarn on the Go, and Events. And I apologize, I'm still getting over a cold. I'm probably going to cough a little bit. I'm going to try really hard not to, though.
You mean it's your week to make weird sounds all the time instead of mine?
Yep.
Plant life's dying. Jocelyn can breathe. So excited.
It's an amazing thing.
I also changed out my allergy medications. That's right. I have two different types. One that helps with seasonal summer and one that helps with seasonal winter. And they're two bloody different prescriptions. So we're on to prescription number 2 now for the year.
No, I'm joking.
Drink tea often?
My tea's trying to kill me.
Oh dear. Well, why don't we start with what's in our cup since it's trying to murder-nate you. Would you like me to go first?
Yeah.
Diana was super kind this afternoon, and she went and picked up Starbucks before she came over. It had to be reheated when I got here, but I have a microwave, so we're good to go. In my Sorry Santa, Naughty Just Feels So Nice mug, which we're almost on season 4. Super stoked. I have a salted caramel latte from Starbucks, which I tried earlier this week and discovered I like it better than pumpkin spice, and I am not a salty sweet fan.
That's impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Might have to try that.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to like salted caramel because I love salt and I love caramel.
This is my thing, and I've never enjoyed them together.
Yeah.
That seems to be an okay together combo for me.
Interesting. I'll have to try it.
I haven't tried it with coconut milk. I've only tried it with regular milk, and it's regular milk again today because I feel like it needs that sort of richness to balance the sweet and the caramel. So I wouldn't want to make it lighter. But no extras, nothing. Just straight up. It's like the easiest Starbucks order I've ever had in my life. There's a lot of words for that summer drink.
Yes.
To get with coconut milk, but you really want it with coconut milk. Yeah.
Yeah, that one has too many words. I don't remember what it was.
Hazelnut mocha coconut macchiato. That is a lot of words for 3 shots of espresso with coconut milk and a shot of chocolate. Like,
yeah, that is.
I have a very fancy wordage for what I'm actually getting, but that's okay.
I have transferred into Jocelyn's There's Always Time.
There's always time for tea?
Yeah, I can say words. Wow.
How are you going to make it to a 9 o'clock movie tonight? I'm going to be happily singing in the dark.
Oh, I'll be singing right along with you. I just might miss half the words. I have, what did I get? The Blossoming Rose Tea Latte.
Ooh.
I got it with rooibos tea.
How's that?
It's fantastic.
Oh, good.
So I had a red tea latte for the first time in the airport coming back from Knit City.
Boy, were we tired.
But it was
I
really
think both
good.
of us didn't like each other by Sunday night. We were both just, we were done.
We were both kind of done.
Yeah.
But I really enjoyed that latte. It was somehow, it had this sweetness to it, even though there was no sugar in it whatsoever. So this, being from Starbucks, has rose-flavored sugar syrup in it.
Mm-hmm.
And it is just even extra fantastic. I'm really,
So
really
you're
enjoying this.
happy with the extra sugar edition?
Yes. Not all the time, not as an all the time thing, but as a Sunday podcasting treat.
Yeah, I think
This
that's a good
is
idea.
fantastic. Would drink again.
I forget what tea it was that I had when we were at the Vancouver airport, but it was really lovely. I was really happy I found that place that did tea, and they did veggie trays with hummus, so I was able to eat before we got on the airplane to Vancouver. That was really nice. Otherwise, I would have been even grumpier by the time we landed, because, I would have been hungry. I would have been hangry.
Never good to travel while hangry.
Never good to travel while hangry. All right, shall we nosedive into this?
Let's do it. We've got some cool threads.
We do. I only really wore my Tricia shawl this week, which I'm currently wearing on my neck. It is a pattern designed by Joji Locatelli, named after Tracy from the Grocery Girls. And I did it in the Ancient Art Yarns colors, Get Off My Lawn! I still can't get over that colorway name, which is the white-green color speckle that I have. And Hearthside, which is a pumpkin-y orange fiery color, which is super fall colored. Didn't even put those together when I made the shawl. I'm going to wear it tonight. Hopefully Diana can get a couple of good photos on her new camera for me of me and my shawl, so we can send it to the Ancient Arts people, because they want to have photos.
I've got my fancy new phone now, so I can take it on that camera too and not have to lug this thing around.
You do. Otherwise, it's been my cocoon cardigan, which literally lives just off screen here, just on the other side of Diana from me. It lives on my computer desk. And I use that on a very regular basis because I sit in front of my computer a lot right now doing stuff.
Don't we all?
Yeah. I'm on a standing desk.
I can attest, standing desks are pretty great.
I don't like sitting for that length of time. It makes me sleepy.
I've been getting over this stupid cold since we got back from Knit City, which is 3 full weeks now. I've been sitting at my desk. I've been sitting at my desk for 3 full weeks because I just don't have the energy to stand all day.
That's fair.
And I'm so sad because prior to Knit City, I hadn't put my desk down in like 4 months. I just stood at my desk all the time.
I want a standing desk. Well, especially since I injured my foot. Dr. S is my general doctor, who sees me way more than she probably wants to, has me wearing my exercise sneakers most days now while I'm inside the house, and has recommended doing more standing stretching exercises because I have a flat foot. I have very little to no arches on the inside of my feet. Great for flip-flops in the summer and balancing and things, but it means the nerve clusters at the back of my heels are generally over-tightened all the time, and my left foot is apparently no longer having it. So it wants to be babied every once in a while. So, okay.
If you're going to have a standing desk, make sure you get one of the squishy standing mats too, and wear shoes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yes. But I can lower and raise those, so on days when my foot hurts and I have to have my foot up, I can sit down and have my foot up. But on days when I'm in my sneakers and my foot feels good and I'm building up everything around it, and my ankles, because we're into Jocelyn Falls Over season, aka ice, I can stand up and I can work on my stretching and standing skill sets. So
are you going to get one of the crank ones, or are you going to be extra fancy and get one of the push button electronic ones?
Probably one of the crank ones, because the push button one, and it's an electronic, it will fry because Jocelyn.
Good point. You have an amazing break things aura about you.
I am so talented, it's not even funny. Alright, that's it for me.
My cool threads.
Yes.
I'm wearing socks.
You're wearing your new socks.
I'm wearing my new socks that have fuzz on them.
You're in a house with a cat. There's fuzz everywhere.
Yeah. And as always, my Rivers wrap has become my favorite thing.
Oh yeah, you're attached to that.
Absolutely. I would wear it right now, except I'll just be really, really warm. But this is my absolute favorite thing in the world right now, and I'm really surprised by that. So now I'm rethinking like all of the projects that are work in progresses. I'm like, they're bright colors. That's why I like don't have this drive to finish them, because I never go, you know what I want to wear? This bright colored shawl. I want to knit the bright colored shawls, but I never want to wear them.
I like
So
my
I think I
regular
need to
jewels.
knit in neutral colors. And I've had like this brainwave.
Notice I'm going to sit here quietly in the corner and not say anything because I already knew this about Diana.
Yeah, well, I just
am
realized it.
I am the bright, bold, color-wearing person. You're not the, oh my god, it's Dayglow orange, I need to have this in my life. I have a summer dress that is an 80, no, it's an orange paisley print dress. Like, it is. You see it, I wear it all the time. But boy, I love that dress.
And me, I'm super happy in my plain black sweater with my pop of stripy neutrals.
Yep. Well, now you found your niche.
Brainwave! And like,
Now, having said that, finish the projects on your needles.
oh yeah, no, I'm still 100% gonna do that. I've had this brainwave now, and it's like, oh!
I did pick up that pattern for that one Strickmick that you got last year that I got yarn for.
Too warm.
Too warm?
Too warm.
So that's gonna start shortly, so.
So it was a lightning something.
Yeah, it's the one that's purple and gray.
Yep.
Yeah.
I super want to knit that one.
I'm not stopping you.
I'm really excited about that one.
We got things. Woohoo! All the buttons!
Time for woolly workings.
Yeah. Jocelyn's going first because she has a crud ton.
Yeah, I'll just hang out over here and go ahead.
Let's start with finished objects. That's always fun. If you are a new listener, hi. I go to craft markets in just before Christmas, and I'm looking to expand that in the upcoming years, which means right about now I'm production knitting. So in some charisma, I don't even know what color that is. I think it's like chocolate cupcake or something.
Color 21. Chocolate cupcake, yes.
Nailed it. I'm making some regular human-sized cowls.
That looks lovely.
Because not everybody needs a massively long cowl or one that's so deep it can be hooded. Here, you want to put it on? Because I'm not a normal-sized person. I'm Jocelyn-sized.
Okay.
So that was the test run of the pattern.
Drape it artistically off a shoulder or something.
You're going to drape it artistically?
No, that just looks stupid. Okay.
Why not just wrap it around twice like it's supposed to be?
Trying to do it without catching it on my hair and my earrings.
That's fair.
There we go.
We live in a province where cowls are super, super handy. So I've been making some normal people-sized ones. I make the extra large ones for myself because I like a lot of length and bulk.
It's really cozy.
Yeah,
It's
so
so cozy.
it's quite nice. I literally kind of made up a pattern as I went. I used the stitch count from Jaden's and Stitch's cowl she just put out, and then kind of winged it.
Wait, I gotta do the obligatory,
On your head? Oh no, the cover, the lower half of the mouth, like Stephen West has everybody doing nowadays?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
That thing. There's a thing. Yeah, there we go.
Okay. We're good. I finished
Yikes.
modeling the cowl.
So that doesn't take me too long. It is fall, which means I've started rewatching Gilmore Girls because I really enjoy the Gilmore Girls. And I sat down and binge watched the entirety of season 3 of Seven Deadly Sins. Both are available on Netflix. I know Seven Deadly Sins is technically a cartoon. It's not terribly child appropriate.
Oh no, so not child appropriate. It's
So-
absolutely not.
Don't watch that with little people. But watch it with full grown adults, like big size people. It's hilariously bad. I love it. So we watched season 3, which was origin season.
I saw that there were new episodes and I'm like, wait, what?
I'm so happy. I'm gonna rewatch all 1, 2, and 3. And then I finished 10 dishcloths.
Oh my goodness.
I do not weave in my ends. I just sit down and have a weaving end night. And then consider that work. So I am finally done my salt and pepper.
So how many dishcloths did you get out of that?
20.
That's a lot.
2021. So I have knit ones in this colorway as well. This is Bernat Handcrafter Cotton. I like it because it is stiff and it is difficult to work because it is a good scrubby dishcloth material. So I crocheted these and I made an extra little ridge by crocheting through the back loop. So we have extra scrubby power.
Extra scrubby power.
Yep.
Does feel pretty scrubby,
It
gotta
is.
say.
Without being scratchy, so you can use it on like your Teflon covered
Yeah.
coated surfaces and on your Teflons and your anti-scratch, like your
The dishcloth
anti-whatevers.
that I stole from
Yeah.
you, what, last summer?
Yeah.
This is my favorite dishcloth. I'm always so excited when it comes up in rotation in the drawer. I'm like, yes, this one.
You will find over time you will switch out entirely to all handcrafted ones because they're just superior dishcloths. I will probably never make dish towels because dish towels are fine. They work really well store-bought wise. But the dishcloths, a store-bought one just cannot compete. It hasn't been able to for me in years. So then I started in on my next one, which is Jocelyn Forgets.
I can't help you. Why are you looking at me? I don't know what colors you have.
I don't remember what colorway it is. It was something...
It seems to be white and beige and brown.
It is white, beige, and brown, and I forget. If I remember the colorway, I'll send it to Diana, because I don't even know where the tag has gone for the ball. These are massive balls of yarn. Like, I've already 1, 2, 3, technically 4, because I stole one for myself, because I'm making them. Dang it. I can have my own bloody dishcloths. So I've done that. So I made 10 dishcloths this week.
That's impressive.
They're not hard. I can do a dishcloth in less than a standard. Well, I consider a standard knitting episode an hour. So in like
Roughly
length of our episodes, I can do 2 dishcloths.
Nice.
So I can do them pretty darn quickly, guys. All right, that's it for finished. Then I have 1, 2, 3, 4 works in progress.
I have 3.
Okay, I'll keep going.
Yeah.
So, you saw my cowl out of the chocolate cupcake. My mom's cat needs another sweater. And cat sweaters are weird. He's a cat, so they clean themselves, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in the hardcore acrylic yarn I sent his first sweater home in, he's already felted it by his neck because he cleans himself like a cat does. So I'm trying something new. I'm sort of winging a pattern because I want him to have the cover. He's so tiny. He's an old cat. He's got 4 teeth left. Like he's an old cat.
Ooh,
Yeah.
veteran animal.
Yeah, he's earned his crotchetiness in all sorts of manners. He's survived and seen shit. His brother passed away earlier this year. Mom and Dad had to put the bandit down, so there's only Mr. Smokey left. So I've made the body of, I just did a granny square for Mr. Smokey in the bulky weight chocolate cupcake colorway, which is, again, it's pinks and browns. Because you get the brown for the chocolate and then the pinks for the frosting on top. Took me forever to figure out why that's the way that works. So I was gonna sit, and it's the right length across his back. So what I gotta do is I gotta lengthen 2 panels underneath, like lengthen a stripe underneath and connect it for his body, and then add a little bit at the top so he's got a deep V. So it'll go on his shoulders and sit, but he's got most of his neck exposed, so he can still groom himself the way he likes to without felting the frickin' sweater.
That's impressive that he managed to felt an acrylic sweater.
In less than 3 months, he felted the acrylic sweater. So I don't know if he just sits there and chews on it. Like, I don't know what he's doing to his sweater. But Mom asked for a few more. So here's the first one. This will take me the longest because I got to put the pattern together. You will probably not see this finished till you see it on a cat. So we'll get my mom to take some photos of it on Mr. Smokey. He's like an 18-year-old male cat. I'm giving him a pink sweater.
Absolutely.
He will not care.
Also, I don't think cats can see red, so he really won't care.
They're definitely colorblind. So I gotta make some holes in my underbelly part for his legs and stuff, but I'm gonna do it so it's open up at the front of the chest as much as possible. So it's gonna be a really low V-neck or like a, not boat neck, but a low square neck collar for him. So he can groom himself but still get some warmth.
Nice.
So he stops sleeping on my mother all day long, and she calls me and complains she can't do anything because her cat's sleeping on her. The cat weighs like 5 pounds, you guys, not even. She could move the cat. I make the same excuse when my cat lies on me. My cat's definitely heavier than 5 pounds. Poor fat cat. Alright, now I'm down to 3, so 1 more and then we rotate, hey?
Yeah.
You guys ready for more Missoula Maid dress?
Yeah. Loving that green color, I have to say.
Oh, it's so pretty. So in my stash from Cascade 220 that I picked up, oh heavens, last spring, if not the spring before, the first Woolsey wool sidewalk sale. I went and got a whole bunch of Cascade 220 because I wanted to knit it and I never had. And I am currently making the Missoula Maid dress. It is a test knit. The designers extended it out for a week, which is really good because there was no way I was going to finish. I should be at the waistband the next day or so. I put on my Dragon Progress Keeper so you can see how much I knit since the last time we talked.
Dragon. Oh, wait, he's
Is he
side
crooked?
There we go. He's right side round.
He's
now.
right side round now. So this is a Cascade 220 in a purple, a green, and I'm now on the brown. And the brown will go up to the waistline. And then we'll do the waist shaping. I am not altering the pattern, I'm altering where it's hitting, because the waistband's supposed to hit at your natural waist. Guys, I'd be knitting for like 24 plus inches if I did that. Not for a test knit, I would never finish on time. So I'm raising the my natural waistline, so it's going to hit just below the girls, which is the smallest part of my waist anyway. And the 14 and a half, 15 inches underneath will make the tunic A-line shape. And then I'm going to do the top chest piece over top. Because my chest is quite large, the dimension size will work out with the math and what the designer wants. So I won't even have to really adjust the pattern. And they're tiny little cap sleeves.
Perfect.
So, can I get it done in a week? Probably not. Am I going to try? Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Because I'd love to say that this sweater's off. I also would love to be able to finish my Zadie next week while Diana's not looking and have 2 finished sweaters next week, because I am that level of jerk. I mean, I won't.
Enormous jerk.
It won't happen.
Jerk.
But I will try. I have the things I gotta work on. Alright, your turn now.
My turn.
I can take a
Okay.
break.
So, there were several instances where I could knit at work this week.
Woohoo!
So I cast on and have just about finished the toes of both socks of my Dingle Dop socks.
Woohoo! That's exciting.
These are so purple.
They're so purple.
They're so, I want you to understand how purple these are.
I think we need to do an order from the Woolen Homestead.
Wait, can I get it to focus?
I don't know.
Probably not. Anyway, you can see the color is screaming, glowing royal purple, which is amazing. The colorway is called Raisin the Bar, as in a raisin, as in grape.
Yeah, it's never gonna get old for her, you guys.
I love it. And then the body of the socks is going to be in Dingle Dop, which is a grayish white with the same purple, but also some, I don't know, like sky blue and some like acid green, a little bit of pink.
We picked that up from the Midnight Craving ladies at Knit City.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you finally got to meet them in person. They're so nice.
They are. They were lovely.
So many knitters are so nice. It is distressing. I'm standing there going, I am a jerk. There are mean thoughts floating in my head. How did I get in this community?
So purple. I love this so much. And I already know what stitch pattern I'm going to put on the body of the sock, because
good.
I do love my cinema socks, but the speckle is just a little bit plain. So I have this stitch pattern that's been sitting in my queue that I made at the beginning of the year for Year of the Sock. Hashtag Year of the Sock.
Yeah.
So I have this pattern for skip socks, I'm going to call them, SKYP.
SKYB?
I'm going to go with skip, because otherwise
It's like Skype, but without an E on the end.
Yeah, and I don't want to say Skype, because that's a different thing.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say skip.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because the name of, that's how you do the stitch. It is a slip one, knit one, yarn over, and
Purl?
then pass the slip stitch
Oh,
over.
pass the slip stitch over? Okay.
Yeah. And it makes this neat little twisty thing.
Huh.
But then the simple skip socks on Ravelry. The pattern is not actually available on Ravelry, so I did an extensive amount of research and reading people's project notes to figure out that this pattern just makes use of a 2x1 rib and this skip stitch. And so then I went through a lot of YouTube videos trying to figure out how to do the skip stitch, figured it out. So I think it's just a series of 2x1 rib with interspersed with the skip stitch. So I'm gonna have to kind of figure out the simple skip socks on my own.
You should chart it.
I probably should chart it. That's probably very smart.
That way you can, then you have a chart A to follow, but you've got it laid out so that it visually looks like everybody else's projects.
Yeah, and if it doesn't look like everybody else's, that's fine. But yeah, that's my plan, and
It'll also make it really interesting if you decide that you really love those socks and want to do them again. At least you don't have to do all that work again. It's been done for you.
Also true. Also true. So that's my plan.
I think it's a good plan, and I was very excited to see those socks.
Gonna be charting up some socks. I'm excited.
If she charts it, I can steal the chart if I like them.
Other modifications, because I have the same amount of yarn as these socks.
Yep.
I'm going to make, it bothers me slightly just how short the toe is, so I'm gonna
make the toe box a little longer.
yeah, I'm gonna do a few more plain rows before I switch colors.
Okay.
Because the contrast toe doesn't actually cover all of my toes. It covers like 3.5 of my toes. No, sorry, 4.5? No.
4.5.
3, 4, whatever. Anyway, it doesn't cover my little toe at all whatsoever, and that bothers me a lot, is where I'm going with this.
Okay.
So I'm probably going to add another 1/2 inch or so of just plain knitting before I go into the body of the sock. Also, because I wound up with a lot of the teal left over, and I would really have liked to use more of it. So, and wind up with taller socks. Because also, these socks are distinctly shorter than I would like to wear. There we go. They're
You
distinctly
should
shorter
see
than
the yoga poses going on over here on the other side of the couch. I'm like, man, I feel like I should have put off my yoga until we were recording today.
Anyway, they're distinctly shorter than I would like. So
Cool beans. No, I
I'm
think that's
going
really
to
good.
that's my plan. I'm going to make some modifications, and I'm really excited.
Oh, I'm excited to see how they work up. Does that make sense? I want to see Dingle Dop knit up. That's what I want to see. So
Yeah.
in person.
Just gonna fix that. I just sat on it. There we go.
Diana's really good at pulling that down amongst
Yeah,
herself.
yeah.
All right.
Ruining the set.
I suppose I should talk about my socks next then.
Yes.
In my Erin Lane bag, which is my sock bag, I have the witchy socks from Ginger Snap That. And I did a little picture on the gram when I was doing the toe box. Oh wait, let's turn them inside out. Turn them right side out, because I knit them so they're inside out. So I finally got them big enough that I could put my stitch marker on, my progress keeper, because I really wanted to. And then I stopped because, guys, I have some deadline knitting I need to get done. But this is Knock Your Witchy Socks Off, which, if you're a returning listener, you slowly begin to discover that that's just what I'm naming my socks, because most of mine are vanilla. I'm quite happy making vanilla socks. I'm also really picky about patterns on my feet because I walk so much. So I have my little orange toe box, and then I've got just the start of my colors, which are a medley of purples, oranges, greens on a white base. I'll pull up the skein.
They're so Halloweeny. I love it. Oh.
So it is a super Halloweeny skein.
That's even prettier in the cake than it was in the skein.
I know, which is hard to say because Ginger Snap has some really freaking pretty skeined yarn.
Yeah.
It was so pretty skeined, but yeah, it looks even better caked up. So this is my stuff I picked up from Knit City, and it is from Ginger Snap That yarn. And boy, oh, we're ordering more of her yarn.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because I have so enjoyed knitting this so far. So the usual 2 at a time toe up. This time I'm going to, because I have contrast colors for my toes, cuffs, and heels, because I've got the orange for Halloween, I'm going to do an afterthought heel with Diana's help. She volunteered, so I'm taking advantage of it. And I'm going to knit these socks till the foot's done, and then figure out, you put in a row of scrap yarn where the heel is supposed to go?
Yeah, if you know where you want your heel as you're knitting them, you can knit in a row of scrap yarn that you can just pull out later. Or you can skip that step, and that's where you get to pick up stitches and then cut the stuff in between, which I did for my afterthought heel socks that one
I'm
time.
going to skip that and just knit the crud out of this till it's twice the length of my foot, because it's the foot and the body.
Yeah.
And then I will do my cuff, and I will bring it to you, and I will get you to help me pick up stitches, and I'll do the cutting, because I don't have a problem cutting my knitting. Or you can cut it, and that'll cause you all sorts of panic. Whatever floats for you.
Well, I've done it on my own socks now, and I didn't fuck it up. I mean, I didn't fudge it up.
You guys, I try really hard.
Sorry.
They're being done on my Chowgoo red lace, because I love my Chowgoos so very much. I want to try Addies and other ones, so, and at some point I'm going to try signatures. So, there's that. But I definitely, if you were watching last week, messed up my Cup of Joe socks, which are currently sitting all nice and balled up for Diana to help me with if we get a chance today.
Yeah.
If we don't, I just might send them home with her, and at some point if they get waist yarn put on, perfect. I'll be happy, because I can deal with them from there. I just have one other project and a quick show and tell, because it'll probably be done and gone before we record again.
Alright. I have worked again on my exploration station. I know. I just didn't touch it for a couple of weeks.
Oh, I heard. People have been letting me know. We're the last people for the Across the Paris Cal, because you want to get yours finished. So hurry up there, lady.
I know. So I am very, very nearly done the Sassy Slips section. I think I have 6 more rows. And I've got my cute little sheepy stitch marker on there now. Can I get this to focus?
I don't know.
Nope, not having it.
Not having it?
Not having it. I will just hold it back here. But I have a cute little Argyle sheep stitch marker that somebody was telling me looks like Shawn the Sheep. I don't know who Shawn the Sheep is, but apparently it looks like that.
It looks like Shawn the Sheep.
Don't know what Shawn the Sheep is. Anyway, It's a cute little Argyle sheep stitch
And now
marker.
everybody knows who's the social media consumer of the two of us.
But this is my exploration station for hashtag across the prairies, which accidentally contains yarn from all across the prairies.
It does. She's very proud of this, you guys.
So
And it's in your muted neutrally pop colors.
It is. I'm really excited to wear this one.
Gotta finish it, man.
So my color A that you can't see much of in this shawl yet is white with a purple speckle. It is Weekend Thoughts from Cog Yarns in Saskatchewan. Color B is this greenish gray color. It is naturally dyed with copper from Toggenfell. They're a southern Manitoba dyer. Color C is this dark green. It is Unseelie from Cloud9 Fiberworks, who's local to the city. And color D is naturally dyed with, is this gold color, and it's naturally dyed with Marigold, again from Toggenfell. So, I really like, I actually panned out my colors for this one, and I'm so glad I did, because I really love how the brioche and the sassy slips are coming out. I'm super, super happy with that, with the green and the gold and the gray and the green effect.
They're really coming together really nicely. It's just, yeah.
It's gonna be,
Well done.
I'm just gonna temporarily wear this a little bit.
Well done.
Temporarily. Just
Drape.
temporary drape.
It makes a great bib.
Doesn't it though? Most fashionable bib you've ever seen.
It's the small things that bring me joy.
Oh, I can see myself in the, I have the camera on my phone down here and I can see it. Looks really nice.
Sure.
Yeah.
I want to see it finished because
Yeah,
I'd
me
like
too.
to draw and get those prizes out of my house.
I know. I'm a bad podcaster, I'm sorry.
She's got to the end of October, people. If you've been waiting, then Jocelyn's cutting her off because I don't want to be hanging on to these prizes in December. I want to get them out to people.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm knitting.
All right. Ooh. That leaves one more for me. And then one more from you.
Yep.
Boy, look at us go. Yeah, I'm working on my test knit while we record. I'm so close. In my Halloween bag, from the lovely ladies whose business name I never remember.
Sew into knitting.
Thank you.
Sew is in sewing.
It's going to take me way, way too long to remember that, and I don't know why. I have my 3 skeins of yarn, 2 from Dye For You from Allie, and 1 from Knittable Fluxury Yarns in shades of pink and red and white. And I did some work on my Goldfish Memory Shawl. This is the thing I pick up on the weekends when I'm done my other work or I can't take the stockinette anymore and I need a break. So, here we go.
It's so fun and stripy.
I'm into section 2. I've got my Jack stitch marker on there, so you can see I didn't do a lot of progress this week. I got a bit done. Oops, Jack's backwards. There we go. Jack's facing forward now. So far I'm still using colors 1 and 2. Color 1 is my Knittable Fluxury Yarns in a red colorway with the bulb end that's been lost for so long I don't remember. And then color 2 is my Dye For You in Light and Shadow, which is a white base. With you, I think a wee speckle on there. Yeah, it's got a wee speckle on there.
Mostly it's white.
Yeah. So it's looking great. Section 1 is done. Section 2 is on its way. It is beautiful to pick up when I wake up in the morning and don't want to get out of bed, because the rows are a set number of stitches and they're never more than that set number of stitches. And I like it. I like it a lot. So we're starting to get that
really
on the bias look, which, yes, because I mirror knit, will be reverse of what everybody else's is. It'll still be a rectangular shawl when it's done, you guys. It'll be fine.
Yep.
So, not a ton of work on that, but that is something I've definitely been kind of puttering with. It's been mostly this dress that I have to finish.
Alright, so Vancouver bag. I knit another swatch for the flax cardigan? No,
Yeah.
flax pullover.
Pullover.
And
It's the Harvest cardigan.
Yeah, Harvest cardigan, flax pullover.
Pullover.
I'm doing the flax pullover.
By Tin Can Knits.
Yes, thank you. Out of, this is the pumpkin spice colorway from Dye For You.
Mm-hmm.
She very kindly dyed up an entire sweater's worth for me. Thank you very much. So, I knit, this is my 3rd swatch. The first
Go
swatch,
up a needle size.
the first swatch was so bad I ripped it out and did it again. And it was almost right, but not quite. I was knitting it left-handed, which has a looser gauge. this one I knit right-handed. And before blocking, you can see that's the, so this is, no, this is the starting stitch marker. And the blue one, it was before blocking. And the orange one was after blocking. There is a 1.5 difference in 4 inches.
Which is why you wash and block your knits.
Which is why you wash and block your knits.
And why you gauge swatch, you guys.
So, I'm tired of knitting swatches. I am still upset with this because it's supposed to be 18 stitches across 4 inches, and it was 18.5 before blocking, and it is 17 after blocking, which is the same as my other swatch. And I'm just...
Did you go up a needle size?
No, I knit this one with my right hand because I have a tighter gauge. But
well,
apparently
you definitely should have gone up a needle size if you had a tighter gauge on your right hand than your left hand.
Anyway. But I like the fabric.
This is the person who knits really tightly and has to go up like a needle size all the time.
Is this not really nice fabric?
The fabric's gorgeous, but you need to be 18 stitches across your 4-inch diameters, so otherwise your measurements are off. Go up a needle size.
So I either have to knit another swatch, or a very kind person on Ravelry messaged me and pointed out that since it is a top-down pullover, you can just start knitting, and as long as you like the fabric you're getting, you can just stop increasing when it's the size you need it to be.
Which, yes, a very handy tip. Having said that, do your gauge swatch. You know it's important.
I've done 3 of these.
Then yes, and what did it teach you? Go up a needle size.
Yeah.
And you'll get that extra stitch per inch that you need.
Or is it, no, it's down a needle size.
Down a needle size to go?
Cram more stitches in 4 inches.
Yes, yeah, down a needle size.
So probably only like half a needle size even.
You need a full stitch, don't you? Or do you need half a stitch?
Whole stitch.
Probably going down a size.
I'm so done knitting swatches. I'm tired of swatches.
You can, go ahead, wing it. I just don't want to hear anything about it if it doesn't work out for you.
We'll see. We'll see.
Even I knit my gauge swatches.
I'm gonna think real hard about it.
Okay.
I may just go for it and...
Now, I've been lucky because I've been doing bottom up, so my gauge swatch is my sleeve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, this has, like, pretty decent drape, so as long as it, like, I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see. I may just go for it and cry about it later.
I'm comfortable.
Which will be entertaining for all of you.
Yes.
So I'm okay with this.
Not so much for me.
Anyway, that is all of my things.
Must finish. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys something really quick. I haven't been working on it, but I'm going to be working on it this week, and it's going home with its recipient at the end of the week. So you will not see it finished on the podcast. So I'm going to show you now, because if you're a long-time listener, you remember my mom's Dragon Rush shawl, which it's the shawl that we thought I might have lost on the bus that somebody kindly turned in.
Oh, they have. I forgot about that.
Like, this shawl has seen something. It's been ripped out 3 times because my fingers have been crooked. This is not a complicated pattern. It's listed as an advanced beginner pattern for a reason. It uses yarn overs and purls. Knit 2 together and knitting through the back loop. You guys, this is not a hard pattern. I have done more difficult lace work in my life, but I just struggle with, for whatever reason, anything that has to do with dragon fingers. So this is the Dragon Rest shawl. Dragon's Rest shawl. So the middle of it is body, which is knit in a stockinette. So knit one side, purl the other, which gives away nothing of the pattern. And then you have, in my case, 6 stitch markers on the end of each row, because 3 of the stitch markers indicate fingers and 3 indicate webbing, and my fingers and webbing have begun. But I need to sit down during my Gilmore binging this week and finish it because my mom's in town, and I would really like to give her her freaking shawl I've been working on for over a year now. So,
yeah, wasn't that supposed to be last Christmas's present?
Yeah, and it just didn't get done, and my mom said don't worry about it because she knows I like to participate in Grinchmas. So my whole family does. They know I don't knit after December the 1st for Christmas presents this year. I might just knit something for fun after Christmas the 1st for my grandma, but my grandma just gets her stuff when it's finished because grandmas deserve presents.
Well, yes.
So I'm going, it's top down, so we're at the shoulder pieces, and thankfully my mom has moderately narrow shoulders, so this is you're supposed to start your fingers at the outside edge of your shoulders.
Right.
Because your fingers are 2.5 times the length. So I got to get into a rhythm, get going, and get this bad boy finished because I want to be able to send it home next weekend with my mom. So you will probably not see it again. I'm doing it on a Bernat Premium because my mom's allergic to wool in a gray color. I'm sure there's a colorway name in here somewhere. There's a ball band.
It is color medium gray heather.
Oh, jeez. It's gray, you guys. Which is perfect, but I want Mom to have it for the winter season because she's got a chronic cough and it's starting to kick up real bad. So I want her to have something up about her neck that she can, wash, and then her cat can felt for her.
Fiber flubs.
You'll notice that there's this nice little brown ball of yarn and sock rolled up, all good and tight and safe, because remember last week I said I was going to try to pull off the DPM that I was knitting my heel on, back up my heel, and put the stitches back on?
Didn't work?
No. Hey Diana, when you get a chance this week, can you throw the other sock on waist yarn for me?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, I can do that.
And the sock that has the problem is rolled up nice and tight between the yarn ball and the other sock.
Okay, so it's just this sock that has the problem.
It's just one sock that has the problem. When you unroll it, you'll notice all the other stitches that were on needles went onto waist yarn and got tied off so that they wouldn't fall off.
Okay.
So it's just literally the back 32 stitches where the heel is.
Okay.
I tried, which was the point. And then I went, nope, this is just getting worse. Let it go, roll it up, tuck it away, start your Halloween socks, which you wanted to do anyway, and pass it off to Diana and go, Diana, can you fix my Cup of Joe socks, please?
I will fix them for you.
Thank you. That's it. We don't need to talk about depressing stuff anymore.
Okay.
We gotta move on to more fun things.
Yarn on the go. I went many places this week, and my yarn went to none of them. So,
Wow.
Jocelyn, where did your yarn go this week?
Jocelyn didn't go to many places at all, but her yarn went everywhere. Go figure, because I'm doing this test knit, and I really got and I made a good chunk of inches on here again. Like, I did another, 3 inches this week? On top of, 11 finished objects.
Somehow, I don't know, I don't understand you. I don't get that.
It went with me out on the Thursday. I had to go meet my eye surgeon. I met my eye surgeon. And then Jenny from A Tale of Two Knitters was in the city this week. And I had won one of their draw for Across the Prairies Cal. So she said she was in town and she had my winnings. Before I'd managed to make it to the episode, I was like, hey, YouTube tells me the episode's up. I'll go watch. Oh, hey, Instagram message, like, woo, sweet. So I knew in advance of the draw, but that's fine. I'm still super excited. So I met up with Jenny at the Starbucks across from the Best Western on Pemina, because that's where they were staying. And I got the Pima Cotton, which was the prize kit. I'll let Diana read the colorways out because, yeah, guys, colorways and me.
Okay, so this variegated pink and blue and green and white is called...
I'm so happy, you guys. Pima Cotton is my favorite.
Oh, here we go. Hibiscus Flowers is the variegated one, and the super pink one is just hibiscus.
Yeah. It is going to be an amazing spring summer shawl
So
in that
pink.
colorway.
Oh my gosh, it looks pink on camera.
Uh-huh.
That is an accurate depiction of this pink.
With my blue cobalt jersey summer dress.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Buckets of yes. And the pattern kit came, because it was a kit, came with the Drop 'em Like It's Hot pattern from the Cozy Up Knit Ladies, which is a crescent shawl, which I enjoy crescent shawl shapes. So, guess what I'm knitting? Early spring, you guys. I'm so excited. I love the Cozy Up sisters and their stuff. My goal for 2019, one of them is to actually get caught up on all of their patterns and have made one of everything they've designed.
That's an impressive goal.
I'm over halfway there already.
That's very impressive.
Because I knit a lot of their stuff as it is, because I enjoy their pattern making. So I was like, no, I want to catch up. So when something new comes up, I can be like, oh, it's just one thing. Just like, there are some designers I probably won't ever catch up with, but they're on my wish list, like Melanie Berg, Stephen West. Not all of Stephen West, but a lot of Stephen West.
They're prolific. You could knit for your entire life.
And you'll never catch up.
No, because they keep designing more stuff.
Joji Locatelli, like, beautiful designer. I'll be knitting fingering weight sweaters for the rest of my life, and I could just do it out of one designer. But like the Cozy Up Knit Girls, because I got in so quickly, I'm like, that's achievable.
Okay.
I could,
Alright.
that I could do. Like, it would take a slog over the next year or two to fully catch all the way up.
A slog.
Slog.
Such a slog, knitting with beautiful yarn on beautiful patterns.
Oh, yeah.
It's a terrible, terrible slog.
Listen, when I'm 3/4 done the shawl, I put them down and walk away. Have you noticed? Because I'm done with them. I want to just be bind off and be finished.
But if you make smaller shawls.
No, because small shawls look funny on me.
I think we found the problem here.
I need to shrink. I don't know how I'm going to get shorter, but we'll work on that.
Right.
So I'm going to definitely work on that. And it was really nice to get to sit and visit with Jenny, because we ran into Dina and Jenny at Dina's booth, Mammoth Yarns, at the Manitoba Fiber Festival. That's crazy. So we didn't really have like a chance to sit and chat. So I finally got to like sit and chat with Jenny, and that was freaking delightful.
Good.
It was really good, enjoyable. It was a lovely day, so I was very excited, and I won. So woohoo!
Yay, winning! I'm so glad you get to go out and do all the like networking with other podcasters, because I can't do that. My life is not set up to do that.
That's just wait. I'm trying to figure out how I can cram more one-day weekend yarn festivals into your life next year.
Good luck with that. I mean, you don't have a wedding to contend with next year.
I don't, which makes it a lot easier.
Yes.
And if we do it right and time it right, there's a lot of places we can just fly in day before, fly home, and we're flying in Friday night, doing the festival Saturday, flying home on Sunday. So you don't even have to take time off work to do it. I've just stolen you for random weekends.
This sounds easier.
So, like, there's big ones. Can't do that. Like, we can't do Rhinebeck next year. We have to do it the following year because you've got your honeymoon and stuff.
Yeah.
But I figure the year after your honeymoon, I'll start planning during Rhinebeck next year. And I'll plan it out so that we take the boys. Because I'm on good terms with Ben. And we can take your husband.
Mm-hmm.
Do a B&B, an Airbnb near Rhinebeck. The boys can have fun going to game stores. We can do live theater productions, and we can make like a week vacation out of it and just go to New York for a week. And then they lose us for 2 or 3 days, that's nothing.
Mm-hmm.
In the realm of we could leave them at the Warhammer store for 2 or 3 days and they wouldn't notice we were missing. I mean, I'll notice I'm missing because Warhammer store, but they won't notice if me and Diana aren't there.
Probably true.
And me and Diana can just like hop a train and do Rhinebeck for a couple of days, be exhausted and be sleeping when we get home, but then I can return a wife quicker. And then, then I'm not getting the, oh, you're traveling without me look.
Yeah, he does do the, oh, you're going places without me?
Which is, how much does he travel without you?
About the same amount as I travel without him.
So what's the problem?
I also give him the giant, you're going places without me when he goes places,
Children, the pair of you. So
we're not serious about it. We just like making puppy dog
out.
eyes.
Trying to figure that out. I also, once you guys know for sure how long you're gone for your honeymoon, the sooner I know that, the better. Because if you're not gone for like a full 2 weeks, but you're only or you get like 3 weeks of vacation or whatever, if we can swing it, I'll try to do like an Airbnb for Vancouver, so that we can all go to Vancouver and then he can just do whatever he wants while we're at Knit City for a couple of days. But we have a few days afterwards to actually rest and recover, and then do things like the local yarn stores at Knit City, the aquarium, the Stanley Park, places we didn't get to because it was such a tight trip for us last time. So there are things I'm trying to do, but there's also things like there was a fiber festival in Calgary. We could fly out Friday night, fly home Sunday afternoon, and do the festival Saturday.
Yeah.
It's a one-day Saturday festival. We can do the Edmonton Fiber Fest, same thing. Fly in Friday night, fly home Sunday afternoon. Totally doable. We don't need to take the husband for those.
No.
We can leave him behind for those things.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to figure out how to get more knitting into your life.
Because, co-hosting a podcast isn't enough knitting in my life?
No, you need more.
Okay.
Okay. trying to figure that out. I also know I get the, oh, you're going places to do yarn things without me look, and I'm not even married to you. So I'm like, I gotta figure out how to make this work so I can take Diana so I don't get the, oh, you're seeing the pretty yarn without me. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Oh, gosh. What are you going to do if I go home with my parents after Christmas and just chill out in Saskatchewan twice this year?
Pout when you send me pictures of pretty yarn that I can't touch.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. That's what I do.
I don't know. Mom and Dad asked if I wanted to, and I said, I don't know. Sure, maybe, why not? I don't know. Once Game of Toba's done at middle of November, I'm free and clear. It's a lot of stuff going on right now because it's really shortly coming up. So that was my yarn on the go. Is I'm making more plans on Diana, which I do. And I definitely got out, not as much this week, but I definitely took my yarn with me. I mean, other than grocery shopping. It doesn't come with me when I'm grocery shopping. I'm busy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm groceries. I need that space.
So we've kind of talked about some events. Let's talk about the rest of the events. More events.
All right. For better or worse, the Across the Paracal is officially closed everywhere but with us. If you're running late, sneak it in. It's totally good. If you got it in before the official end date, which was the end of September, you get 2 entries to the draw instead of 1. I already did the spreadsheet up for it. Diana's got till the end of October, then Jocelyn's cutting her off because I need to get stuff prepped for the podcast anniversary knit along, which will start officially on January the 1st, and it'll run till March the 31st? 30th? How many days are there in March? 31st, to celebrate our 2nd full year of podcasting. So the designer has been contacted. We are ready to go. I need to prep a few other things, and then I am ready to do announcements first week in December. So keep an ear out, you guys. We'll do all the rules for that later. The Year of the Sock is coming in on a closure. We're getting ready. We're almost done. Only 2 full months to go. That is knit a pair of adult socks every month and get an entry into the prize at the end of the year. I have to order some swag, so we have that prize ready to go at the end of the year. Mm-hmm. If you knit more than 1 pair of socks, enter more than 1 pair of socks. If you knit a pair of socks and you want to enter it in 12 other things, enter it in 12 other things. Totally cool, you guys.
Yep.
Do it up. So that's going. I have failed miserably at this challenge this year, which I suppose
too.
Balances out my insane success from last year.
Trying something new.
Next year, Jocelyn's brain's already started churning, and again, at the start of December, we'll start talking about what Jocelyn's going to challenge herself for 2019. It is crazy, as usual, so be prepared,
She's
you guys.
been spitting ideas at me, and I'm like, okay, you have fun with that crazy. I'm not joining you on that crazy this time.
I don't expect anybody to join me on any of my crazy. I'm always shocked when people want to, but yeah, if people want to join me, absolutely. So I'm going to do that, and then we've got a few that I'm not currently actively participating in right now, so I won't talk about, because if I make it, I make it. If I don't, I don't. And we have no fiber festivals on our plate till next year, so that just leaves your Operation or Choose Your Own Adventure Cal.
Hashtag Choose Your Own Adventure Cal. That's by the Knitmore Girls.
Mm-hmm.
It started back in May, and it is knit a sweater at your own leisure.
Mm-hmm.
And you finish when you finish, because it's a knit more along. They don't have end dates, which is my kind of knit along.
It really is.
So that's my flax sweater.
Yeah, that works. And then we have Grinchmas, which is also run by the Knitmore Girls. That starts on the 1st of December. I will no longer be knitting Christmas presents for this year. I will be knitting and creating and crafting for whatever I feel like for the month of December. So the last of my, oh my gosh, I gotta get my knitted Christmas stuff panic happens shortly. But then my Christmas is chill AF.
It's the way to do it.
I moved on to that bandwagon a couple of years ago, and I have never won a Grinchmore bag, and I really want to win a Grinchmas bag, you guys. Maybe one year I'll get lucky and it'll happen, but if it's not like they go to bad people, they go to really worthy recipients, and the winners they've had in the past who just have these amazing photos and it's such a good way to spread cheer for the holiday season that I'm just like, yes, buckets of yes. So I'm super stoked about that.
I might be hosting my family's Christmas this year for the first time.
Oh yeah.
So I'm going to be hardcore on board with this Grinchmas knitting thing, because
Yes.
I'm going to be busy doing the rest of Christmas.
Mm-hmm. We host most years, so yeah, I get it. Yeah, so it's a thing. So I'll
I'm going to try and figure out how to cram like between 15 and 20 people into my little apartment.
You can do it.
Yeah.
It'll
Might have
just
to
be
bring chairs.
tight. It'll be like
It'll be cozy. It'll be very, very cozy.
It'll be like Mr. B's house, so you'll be fine.
Yeah.
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 Totally
be good.
doable.
It'll be fine.
Kind of glad I have a smaller family right now. So there's that. But I think that's really it for us until we get closer to January when we start putting in January events.
Yep.
Sweet. Gosh, that wraps us up.
Yeah, it does.
That's a crazy short podcast for us. Only do a crochet dishcloth and a half. No, I probably would have got 2 done. I gotta edit it, let's be honest. I'm getting more than 1 done. Alright, shall we get ready, have some dinner, and then go do some sing-alongs?
Yeah.
So happy, you guys. Alright, so I will say until next week, I'm Jocelyn.
And I'm Diana.
And no matter where your week takes you, don't forget to knit. And we're done.